Good morning. Decentralized science is up yet again another 1.5% to a $508 million market cap. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm ready to go. It is a wonderful Wednesday morning or afternoon now because it is 12:03 Eastern Standard Time. I'm excited for today's live stream. So we're going to go through DeSci. We're going to go through the portfolio challenge. So if you're unaware, I'm sure all of you guys are aware, but anyone who's watching this after the recording or who has not been to one of the live streams before, this is my portfolio challenge where I'm going from a bag holder to a home owner. I'm taking $500 and I am using crypto to turn it into enough money for a down payment on the house. Now, that is because we are those investors, and those investors need to understand all asset classes. We're using crypto because there's a lot of opportunity here. I think once the crypto cycle is completed, we need to take our profits and put it into some things that are more stable, things that have historically done extremely well. Good morning, DeSci. Happy to have you here. Good morning, Truth. Good morning, Zach. What's going on? I think, Truth, honestly, Amanda would be happy to come on another live stream. She had a lot of fun on that live. She was enjoying it. It was pretty good. It was pretty quiet though, because you guys were a little timid seeing a pretty lady on the live stream. But I still have questions. When were you first interested? What was it that she said or did to get you interested? What did you actually start flirting? Was it right away? Damn, Truth. Truth, you're very interested in this. I want to hear it from her. If you were awkward or goofy, if you tripped and fell for no reason, kind of a combo. We'll get her on again. It was a soft pitch. A soft pitch. But $508 million market cap for all of decentralized science. Currently speaking, the leader in the space today is Preprince. Preprince is up 96.9%, up 123% on the week. That is crazy. I want to go look at Preprince actually. Hopefully, yeah, here we go. On Polygon, $426,000 market cap. So they are just a couple months old at this point, and well, they're coming to life. They are coming to life. So this is on the 4-hour chart. If we come into the daily, you can see it a little bit better. Yesterday is really when I had that entire spike upwards. Do any of you guys own any preprints? I didn't actually ever get into it, but it looks like something that's really starting to pop off like crazy. I mean, you got to think, if it's sitting at a $426,000 market cap, that means that yesterday when it was down at those lows, that was 177% less, meaning the market cap was probably closer to like 180,000, and that is the same size as what Axon was when Axon went live. When Axon was doing the pre-sales and everything, they were $140,000 market cap, and now they're at a 50 million. So this is actually kind of a crazy one. Again, it's on Polygon. The preprint, so when you're doing academic research, before you can actually publish the research on a peer-reviewed article, in order to get it peer-reviewed or actually solidify it in the traditionally recognized as valid scientific article space, you need to do a preprint in which you publish the initial research and everything, and you start looking into it more intensely. So preprints comes first. So preprint, assuming, is basically the same as Research Hub or Noble Blocks, just much smaller. Preprints is a feature that Noble Blocks has, but this is making an entire platform based around it. I've not done a ton of research into it, but it's popping, so it could be a decent little trade. Are you adding to Noble in this sell-off? Damani, I will talk about the sell-off in just a moment. My short answer is no. My long answer is I already own millions of Noble. Like, I have a lot of allocation of my entire portfolio in Noble Blocks. And so adding right now, despite it being disgustingly undervalued in my opinion, it's already more than half of my entire DeSci bag. And so continuing to add at these prices is potentially extremely beneficial to the rebound. But as far as the portfolio is concerned, it's kind of, I'm a little over allocated to this sucker. Did she have to talk about crypto for 5 hours before you noticed she was interested? I talked to her about crypto for a while. Funny enough, Truth, Amanda had already been in crypto for a while. She had a one-of-one at Gary V NFT. So she was already there. Got my 200K preprint 3 months ago. Let's go, DeSci. Let's go. So you're already up 100% on that sucker. As far as the other projects that are up today, we got Genomes DAO, ticker Gene. I think this is the old contract though, so be cautious. We got Dynex. That Dynex trade, guys, is absolutely rocking it right now. I want to come take a look at it on a smaller time frame, so 1 hour. That Dynex trade is killing it. So from the bottom of this channel to where we are now, we're up 48% on it. I don't think I got in right at the bottom for that trade, but we're still up roughly 30%, 35% on this Dynex trade. I think it goes to the top of the channel, which is about a 70% gain. I think we got an easy double up with it. So I think we'll break above the channel just a little bit. Hopefully we can hold as support and break out of this entire bull flag that Dynex has been forming. This entire month and for the next like rolling 30 to 40 days for Dynex has a lot of bullish news coming out. They're doing a lot of announcements. They're onboarding a lot of clientele. Again, we go over it all the time because I'm just like, I think it's one of the easiest plays in the market, low key. We're sitting at a $30 million market cap. And look at the amount of jobs that they've been doing. On a monthly basis, they've already hit 21,000 different jobs, which is up literally more than 100% from last month, which was up from the month before, which was up from the month before, it's exploding. The use case, the actual fundamentals of Dynex is exploding. So it only makes sense for the actual coin to also begin to explode, along with the fact that they're launching their LLM for AI, a quantum LLM, one of the most powerful in the world. Dynex is not an ETH coin. So Dynex is its own blockchain, which is why it's not on a decentralized exchange. Because you look at, like, Uniswap is there for Ethereum and EVM chain coins in order to swap between them. And even that, if you were to swap, you can use Uniswap, but if you were to swap from Ethereum to Base, you have to do a bridge to get to Base, and then you can still use Ethereum. Dynex is not an ERC20 token. It's not an EVM compatible token. It is its own blockchain. Just like if you were to take a look at BitTensor, Tau, which we've been watching for a long time. I was saying that this little head and shoulders that it had formed, I did not think we would break down. I believed we would break up. I did not play it, but we did call this breakout a couple live streams ago. So it's up 82% from there. I wish I had played it. I did not. But this Tau, in order to trade it, you have to do a wrapped Tau, which is on ERC20, which is on Ethereum's blockchain, or you have to go and actually install all of the appropriate wallets and everything in order to get it. So I know it's a hassle, but that's where you get the outsized returns, is when other people don't want to do something to get into a trade. That's how you get it. So I bought it on LBank. You can get it on MEXC, you can get it on BitGet, I believe. There's a lot of different places that you can get Dynex, and if you are ever confused as to where to get it, this is like Crypto 101. Go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, go to the actual coin, and then click on this tab right here that says Markets, and it will show you all currently viable trading pairs. So on Gate.io, you can swap USDT for Dynex. There's a lot of volume going through this one, but the most volume is through MEXC. So MEXC has the most volume for Dynex, Gate.io, and then we got down here at CoinW and all the other exchanges. So you want to find an exchange that has the most amount of volume and the most amount of depth. That way you won't impact the price too much, right? How do you feel about Tau beta plays? I haven't looked into them too much. If you have any, Damani, please put them in the chat right now. Let me look into them a little bit. I'll do it live on stream with you guys, because I think that the blockchain for BitTensor is going to do really well. And so if I think that, it would make sense for some of the beta plays, which is the foundation behind something like JupiterSwap in the portfolio challenge. JupiterSwap is the DEX on top of Solana. I think Solana is going to do well. Therefore, I think JupiterSwap's going to do well. But let's go through the different projects. We'll get into it now. Again, keep popping out different questions you guys have. Truth says he's been trading Popcats as of late. Well, hell yeah, boy. That thing is up like crazy as well. That's something Amanda's been looking into a ton. So She I think was looking at it a couple days ago and didn't get into it, and then it took off, and she's a little like, damn it. I woke up this morning to her literally trading meme coins again, so she's in the trenches. But Axon DAO, number one position in the portfolio right now is AXGT. It is currently $637. It recently ran up quite a bit. AXGT. It recently had quite a strong run up there, and it's kind of getting rejected by its 100 day. No, Patrick. The red line is the 200-day moving average. So Axon recently popped up from 10 cents up to almost 30 cents. It's getting rejected from its 200-day moving average. No telling how low it's going to go or if it completely reverses and continues uptrending from here. But right now it's finding a lot of resistance at this 200-day moving average, right around $0.25 or 25 cents. So looking at it, if you were to be a trader, it might not be the worst idea to take some amount of profits from Axon right now. If we go look at their actual page and try and find any new information that's coming from them, the reason they ran was from a potential investment from Nvidia into the company, a listing on a centralized exchange so that more money can flow into it, and a little bit of it came from this space that they did with Dr. Simon Godek. The space was interesting. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. This dude seemed kind of pompous when he was talking. He was like mad at them and felt like he was doing them a service for being on the space, which was kind of weird, a little bit too much ego, but what do you expect from someone with a PhD? They all seem to have the same playbook. And it was a little bit too dry for me, but it was still cool. It was still very interesting, and I'm happy that it happened. But it doesn't look like they have too much news coming up when it comes to announcements. So again, that paired with the fact that we're at the 200-day moving average, not the worst idea to potentially take some profits on Axon. Because I don't think that the DeSci breakout is occurring yet. I think that's going to come at the end of the large-scale breakout for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin right now has yet to 100% solidify that it is starting that next leg up. I do think it's here. It's sooner than it is farther away, if that makes sense. Like, that didn't make sense. It made sense in my head, but I don't think it made sense to you guys. We entered into this range 210 days ago. I think we break out of this range sooner than 210 days. Does that make sense? So in that, I'm saying that we are beyond the halfway point. We're closer to the end than we are the beginning. And I think you all can agree with that pretty substantially. So with that, I think that a lot of these altcoins are going to start running like crazy. We just have to get above the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin. CETI is a Tau play, by the way. Hell yeah. I'll look at it in a couple minutes. I want to go through the different positions in the portfolio challenge so you guys get an understanding of where my head is. What do you say? Good addition for Axon because I missed the first move sadly, and I'm looking to try to get at 16 cents. Yeah, let's look a little bit closer at some of the potential trading patterns for Axon. So I think very aggressively that most of the DeSci plays are going to follow what ResearchCoin did a couple months ago. So let me pull up ResearchCoin and show you guys what I mean by that. So ResearchCoin, and this is the same thing we've been playing out, but we're going to try and use this to understand what might happen to Axon here in the short term. So ResearchCoin broke out of this downtrend and went up to the 200-day moving average. Axon broke out of this downtrend that it was in, went up to the 200-day moving average, and is chopping sideways. I think that since ResearchCoin from the bottom went up 228%, it then fell a total of 50% from there. So Axon from the bottom went up 262%, pretty much the same. So we could reasonably assume a 50% pullback from there, which would put us at 15 cents, which is pretty solid and actually puts us back in line with some of these moving averages and the previous area of support back from July of this year before it had that big sell-off, that breakout. I don't think we go back to the lows, but I do think a nice sizable pullback is coming, especially since there's not too many things happening for Axon in the immediate term. On to the next project. The next up in this portfolio challenge is Dynex. Now, we talked about Dynex a couple minutes ago, and Dynex I don't think is an appropriate time to sell right now. Dynex, we are waiting for us to get to the top of that channel from the lows down here all the way to the top, is about an 80% gain on the trade. I am in this for a long-term investment as well. I just doubled up. I went heavier in the position, anticipating taking some profits at the top of this channel. I hope what we can do is see a little bit of a breakout action above this channel, right? You can see the bullish divergence, right, where the price of Dynex continued to go down while the relative strength started to go up. You see that divergence. That's usually a very bullish indicator. Paired with what we talked about a minute ago is the explosion of jobs and a lot of the new exciting announcements coming out for Dynex. I think that this trade was and is a slam dunk. If I were to take a little bit of a bar pattern and have some fun with what I'm hoping we see for Dynex, it would be something along the lines of this. I'm gonna make it matched here. I'm hoping we could see something along the lines of this, okay? Where Dynex goes up to the top of the channel, breaks above it, and it comes down to find support above the channel. This would be a very bullish thing for me. If we got close to that 90 cents or so, the previous high here, came down, found support maybe at the 200-day moving average, right? If we break above it, find support above the channel, then I think what we see is a continuation and a breakout to higher highs, which I think is coming, but we're gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. That would be something glorious for me, and I think the portfolio challenge would benefit immensely from it. But that's my number 2 in the portfolio challenge right now. Make sense, guys? And feel free to ask any questions about the trade that you want. That's what my girlfriend said. We're closer to the end than the beginning. And that's rough. That is extremely disappointing to hear, truth. Oh my God. Okay. Next up, Jupiter swap. My back is hurting right where my kidneys are, and I'm kind of afraid that I have kidney stones coming. I know it's kind of random, but everyone in my family has gotten kidney stones except for me. I'm literally the oldest anyone in my family has made it without getting kidney stones, and so I feel like it's a ticking time bomb. I am closer to the end than the beginning in that sense as well. But Jupiter swap. Jupiter, I'm looking at Solana as something that's breaking out. I'm looking at Solana as an easy play as Solana goes up to potentially $1,000 per coin. This is why I'm not interested in selling any of my Jupiter right now at all. I think Solana this cycle goes to $1,000, which is 550% gains. If I believe that, I believe that Jupiter is going to double that as a minimum. I think Jupiter as a minimum will double whatever Solana does, which means I think it puts in 1,000% gains from here, which would put Jupiter swap somewhere around $10. It's sitting at 90 cents right now, so I'm hanging on tight to that position. If it does a 10x, I'll have $3,500 in it. TARS AI, another glorious trade. I'm a little bit disappointed with what happened recently to TARS AI. Oh wait, hold on. I meant to talk about Jupiter for a couple more seconds, why I am bullish about it. They recently just had an announcement in which they are upgrading their API platform. So they're introducing Metropolis. Mods, I need C90 out of here. Mods, ban him right now. Get him out of the chat. Metropolis. Screw off. Introducing the Metropolis API platform, the most powerful set of liquidity APIs in crypto. So they are upping their game. Jupiter Swap is a leader in the industry of crypto, period. They consistently are implementing new things, new tech, new use cases for people who are trading on Solana. So they are quite literally not just a leader in Solana, but a leader amongst all decentralized exchanges. So I think them getting up to that $10 area is a slam dunk. As far as TARS AI, the pattern just looked beautiful. I need to know about these pyramid scams, conspiracies about the pyramids. That is. I mean, we could talk about the pyramids if you want. We could talk about the pyramids. Are you talking specifically about pyramid schemes? Those go pretty hard. Those go pretty hard. But starting October 1st, TARS is on Bybit officials WSOT. So they'll be on a DEX and easier to trade. Solana, basically, the bullish scenario for TARS is that they are a small market cap and they're backed by the Solana Foundation and in the Google Accelerator program. And the pattern on here was a triangle that was getting smaller and smaller and coming to the point. And when that happens, we usually get a breakout. I imagined this breakout would be to the upside, and I was in fact accurate. We are currently up 37% from the midpoint on the end of this triangle. Very bullish, very easy trade here. I'm hoping we get up to these previous all-time highs, and then I'll probably take some profits or look to exit the position entirely. The only reason is because TARS AI decided to do a massive dilution event. And I talked about this already, but they did, if we go to the market cap chart, they had that breakout already from a function of the market cap. So I was hoping for something like this without the dilution. So now that they had the dilution, I'm not as excited. I'm still in the position waiting for a reason to sell and get out of it. But that's an update on the TARS AI position. As far as Noble Blocks, I don't even want to talk about it. Noble Blocks down 6.59% today. I know exactly why, and I know exactly who sold, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm just upset, just disappointed in the individual selling. But hey, somebody bought. Somebody got back in. Look at that, $571. Whoever, like the person who liquidated their position did so at support, which they are notorious for, in my opinion, and tanked the price today. So disappointing, but it do be what it do be. Ultimately, it's their loss because they're literally selling at the bottom right before the platform comes out, right before the scientists actually start coming onto the platform. I know we've been talking about it, blah, 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 but the development is actually completed. They're ready to go with it. So it's like selling right before the final announcement. Which one of you motherfuckers just sold again? Who just did that? One of you guys in the chat right now just did this, and I'm going to expose your wallet. You're in Cyclix, you're in Noble, which means that you're literally in the chats. You literally just sold because I was talking about it in here. You little fuckers. Congrats on your kidney stone accomplishment. LOL. Aliens, no Diddy. Diddy built the pyramids. You guys are fucked. Let's see. Let's do some on-chain forensics to expose whoever this guy is. D8E41. Selling support is crazy. Mods, get Diddy in here. No, get him out. No. You're gonna get the video banned. You're gonna get me taken off. You know what's funny? You guys remember, a little bit of sidetrack because this is where my brain is, but do you guys remember when I trolled you when I had to go to the bathroom, and so I played that song about quitting the vape? Usually this one, when I played this song about quitting the vape. You know they actually demonetized that video. I have slight monetization capabilities. Because I played that video, YouTube gave all of the AdSense from that live stream to these people. for me playing part of their video in the live stream. Despite it being an hour-long video, an hour-long live stream, me playing a minute and a half of this video made it so that all of the AdSense went to them. Now, it was like 12 cents, so I'm not tripping, but I was like, what the hell? Guess I can't play any copyrighted music. That video deserved demonetization. My video or theirs? You're saying my video deserved demonetization because I trolled you guys with that song? You need to play El Chombo to fly under the radar. No. Get out of here. Should make your crypto name secret. We'll give all of it to Patrick and see how long he can keep it. I'm down. You guys want to donate crypto? I'll put my wallet in the chats if you guys want it. I'll gladly accept the donations. I'm losing my pants over here on people jeeting support on Noble. Oh, okay. All right. We were doing some analysis. So this person owns Cyclix and Noble. In this transaction, 14 seconds ago, they sold some Noble. Prior to that, they sent something to this wallet. So we'll open this in a new tab because that does not, they sent 0.29 ETH, so it was not a transaction, it was a transfer. Maybe it was a transaction. Come back here. We can look at who funded this wallet though. This wallet received funding from another wallet which had Noble and Dual tokens and Data Lake. Interesting. The Dual tokens is very fascinating to me because Dual, yeah, that one is very interesting to me. Let's keep going back a little bit further. This one seems to just be a transfer one, so I think we might have made it out. Yeah, Coinbase 12 into this one, into this one. This is not Amanda's wallet. Amanda does not have Noble because I own enough Noble to feed a small village in Africa. So there's no point in onboarding her. Unless we think that she could pump our bags. Do you want to do that? She's got some money on the sideline. I just made her buy a huge amount of Ethereum to get her ready. They sold some Cyclix. A lot of selling, guys. This person's just selling a lot of stuff. I don't think this is their main wallet. I think this is just a transfer wallet. This is that Dual one. Hedgy Finance. This is a KOL, isn't it? They got their money from this Hedgy lockup. 507 million Noble in this wallet is crazy. 1 hour ago. So it looks like they claimed their Noble and just immediately sold. They claimed their Noble an hour ago for Noble and then saw that it broke support and then immediately went and sold. So whoever this was got in the Hedgy lockups. Selling Cyclix before casino launch is insane. That's what I'm saying, Zach. These people, it's like they are intentionally fumbling the bag for these things. Like, you're going to sell Cyclix the month that the casino comes out. How does that even make sense? At least let it run up before the casino. Like, it hasn't even had that run up before the casino gets this announced. Who even are the KOLs? I feel like you consistently talk about Noble. I have a group chat and a complete Excel spreadsheet of every single KOL who got into the Hedgy Finance round and everything. I have literally a complete spreadsheet of every single wallet that is involved as a KOL or the presale people. All of you guys, I have all of your wallets. I don't know whose is whose, but I have a list of every wallet that got involved in the Hedgy lockups and everything. So I could go do some in-depth forensics, but at that point, It's literally just out of spite to find out who it is who unlocked and sold this, and there's nothing I can do. So it's like I'd just be wasting time just to fuel some anger in my brain for making me be down 10% in the last 6 hours, you fuckers. Which one of you did this? Smash the like button, my dudes. Let's go, Steve the Canadian. Let's go. Everyone hit the like button, just like Steve's saying. If you're not hitting the like button, that means you genuinely don't enjoy crypto content, right? Because this is the best crypto channel that you're gonna find. So view the channel. Let's go to the live stream. We got 8 people watching. Let's pause that. We got 5 likes now. 4 of you guys need to like the live stream in order to get this going. Yelling at the chat and asking for, do you mind? Did I not pause that? Donations has an Armstrong ring to it. I need a haircut. I'm starting to look like Armstrong after he did a couple. Never mind. $43 million wallet. That is the main. I think that's the treasury though. That Noble BLOX wallet. 5 likes. I'm not asking for donations. I'm asking for likes on the live stream. There's a difference here. There is a difference. It's fine. I'd honestly rather they get out now than later, because now there is no momentum to be killed, but later there is going to be momentum to be killed. When Noble BLOX is up at $1 or at 1.5 cents, there's going to be a lot more momentum to kill than there is right now. If you guys don't believe in it, just dump it. That's fine. If you guys think that there's something here, then it's honestly being grossly disrespected right now by a lot of the individuals who got in during the pre-sale and during that initial round of fundraising. So they're up regardless as to what the price is. And so they're just getting their unlocks and they're selling. Those people are done at the end of this month. Those people are out completely at the end of this month, which means basically all of the selling pressure is gone. The only people who've been selling it are the people who no longer believe in it but are still getting tokens. Anyone who doesn't believe in it, who is not getting more tokens, is out. So it's over. Like, there is not any more of those people receiving tokens, getting those dilution events happening. Thank fucking God. $2 million market cap is actually retarded. This is retardio. 2 million is so stupid. You're looking at its leading competitor, which is ResearchCoin, at like a $25 million market cap. The difference is Noble BLOX has a more robust platform. It's not out compared to ResearchCoin, and it doesn't have Brian Armstrong. But the difference is not that dramatic. But it is a 10x. Is this even the correct one? No, this one's the one on base. But it's still the same. It doesn't matter. Okay, enough of Noble BLOX. You guys can tell I'm emotional about it. It do be what it do be. Caspa, hanging on to the position. The next time Caspa takes off a little bit, the next time Caspa has a bounce, I'm gonna be out of it. Not because I don't think it's gonna continue to do well, but because we got in at 1.5 cents on Caspa and we're riding it up to 16 cents here. I think that when it breaks above for this next little rally, whatever it gets to, I'm going to take my profits and move on. Again, not because I don't believe in it, but rather because it's already a massive project. It's not going to give us those 100x gains that we need in the portfolio challenge. It's already a $4 billion market cap. So I'm not going to see those crazy gains. Maybe it goes to 100 billion and I miss out on those gains, and it is. But I'd rather go into something smaller that I can have a higher level of conviction for as far as it getting there. ICP, kind of the same story. I just want to prove a point with it, low key. I'm in at $4 here and it's only at $9 right now. So I think it goes to 100 minimum. And so I want to showcase that $4 to $100. And that is a 25x. That is enough gains to make it worth holding in the portfolio. These Genomes, Research, Wolf, Lake, and the stablecoin USDC, I might liquidate here. The reason being is I really believe that Rejuve is going to have that breakout that the other DeSci projects had. So it just broke above that resistance, and this is the same pattern I've gone over a dozen times, so you guys are familiar with this. I don't need to go and show you all the examples and explain it, but I believe that we're going up on Rejuve to that 200-day moving average. If we come over to RAJV and go to spot for Bitcoin, or on BitGet, up to that 200-day moving average is, from here, a 50% gain. I think that that is in the books. I think it's on lock. I know it's not crazy returns, but I do think it is a very easy play to gain from. And so I might go ahead and in this portfolio challenge, outside of the portfolio challenge, I have my position in Rejuve that I just opened up after having that dream about it and realizing that the CEO of SingularityNet is the one who co-founded Rejuve. I think I might need to add it into this portfolio challenge. And so cleaning up some of the smaller DeSci projects and my horrific mistake of entering into the meme coin category with Landwolf, literally just burning $421, kind of symbolic, kind of annoying. I think it might be time to consolidate these into Rejuve for that breakout. I like Data Lake, I like Research Coin, and I like Genome, but they're straggling positions, and I kind of want to just consolidate. And then after that trade, it would explicitly be a trade for the portfolio. After it comes up to the 200-day moving average, I'll probably sell out of it and go back into one of the other DeSci projects that I think has good potential, that I think is good for a setup. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I never bought Noble in the presale, don't like lockups. Yeah, I respect it. I respect it. When the lockups go well, they're really nice, but when they don't go well, they're not really nice. Like, for example, lockups on Axon would have been wonderful because I wouldn't have sold so much of it right at the beginning of the run. I would have had some to consistently get. I thought I had them, but the team took them away after they just had a disagreement with me, or with my business partner. It wasn't even with me, so be it. But the lockups on Noble, on the flip side, I wish I didn't have them, although I probably wouldn't have sold when it was up so much regardless, just because I firmly believe in the project. A $200 million market cap is 100x. Yeah, and I think it goes there easy. 100x on Noble, I think, is literally in the books. I don't think it's a stretch at all. It would actually be kind of bearish, in my opinion, for it to only do 100x. A $200 million market cap for Noble is kind of FUD. You guys don't have to believe me. You don't have to take my word for it. You can do your own research and figure it out on your own, or you can just watch and see. But that is something I firmly believe is going to happen. And so sitting here on $1 million worth of Noble for $5,000 seems kind of silly not to take that. $5,000 right now gets you $1 million Noble. 100x goes to 50 cents, which means that your $5,000 goes into $500,000 on a $200 million market cap, which is still a pretty small project. That's like a mid-cap project. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's just a function of time and how much time you have. And if you know me, you understand that I believe time to be your most valuable asset. I have one more thing to showcase to you guys, and it is a little bit of a miss up on my part, but also just a miscommunication between Bio and I. Bio and I have been talking for weeks now, organizing an X space with retail and key leaders in the space to talk about retail in decentralized science. They named it retail, or the rise of DeSci Degen, which is a little bit annoying. And then they went back and forth with me. We decided on XYZ for the space. And then on the 19th, they were supposed to post about it. They didn't post about it till the 25th. And so I wasn't even sure it was going to happen anymore. And then they set it to be at the same time that we go live here tomorrow. So for the DeSci raid tomorrow, and we'll prep for this more in the Telegram and in the Discord so that everyone's ready, but we're going to be on this space with Bio Protocol, and we'll be doing a fun raid activity unannounced to any of them, any of the other people who will be here. We'll do a fun raid tomorrow. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on X instead of here on YouTube. Make sense? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I think it could be fun. Let me hear what you guys think. Let me hear what you guys are interested in talking about for the remainder of this live stream. Otherwise, I don't mind going and mic trading because I really need to. Mic trading is the scientific terminology for taking a piss, just in case you didn't know. I have one last ETH I need to flip into something before we take off. Maybe it'll be Noble. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Turn that one ETH into $250,000. Hell yeah, brother. You little fuckers. B9CA. The same thing. This sell-off is literally just unlocks. 2 minutes ago. Maybe wait till they're done selling it off. We got Pepe, Cyclix, and no more Noble. They sold it and immediately sent it somewhere else. They just sold Cyclix too. This is a pretty stupid trader. What is with the obsession with Diddy? Why are you guys so excited about Diddy? You need to chill. Chill. Just chill. They sold some. This wallet is literally just claiming tokens and selling. How crazy is that? They just put ETH in so that they could have gas to continue to sell. So this is somebody who got into a bunch of pre-sales and are just consistently selling. This is probably a KOL. Yeah, let's look at some Bitcoin charts for a minute or two, and then we can get an assessment. So right now we're at a very pivoting point for Bitcoin. It's the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin. All right. We need to break above this red line. I drew a line here just to symbolize it on other charts for different time frames. We need to have the weekly close above the 200-day moving average. We need to have a series of daily closes above the 200-day moving average if we expect to have the continuation of the run, in my opinion. So this weekly close is not yet here. On the weekly candles, we are creating a small little Doja Cat candle. We need to have a nice strong hammer up. So I would like to see us, for Saturday evening, I would like to see us close above $65,000. That would be the most strong case scenario for me. We have a couple days left and some volatility to withstand during that period, but I want to see the weekly close at least above 64,500. Caspa Whale, love it or die. Let's go, Crypto Cash. Let's go. I'm proud of you, man. Being a whale in anything is a W. W Riz, you guys are a freak. There seems to be a decent amount of solid holders among the bottom sellers. For Noble, been monitoring the top 200 activity in Noble. They have all increased the tokens, it seems, from the start of summer till now. Yeah, 100%. I mean, all of those wallets are mine, so it's like, yeah, I've been accumulating, dude. All 200 of the top wallets are mine, so yeah, of course I've just been continuing to accumulate. I'm just kidding. I only have 5 wallets with Noble in it. I'll tell you what I'm selling, and it's not anytime soon. It's not anytime soon. All jokes, by the way. I don't have 200 wallets with Noble in it. I do not. But as far as Bitcoin, I think we need to get this solid close above here to showcase that we're going to continue the momentum upwards. Otherwise, I think the current structure indicates, to me at least, that we're going to come back down, and it would make sense for us to come back down to this $59,000 area. If we come over to the liquidity maps of Bitcoin, you can see this on a larger time frame across the different exchanges like OKX, Bybit, BitMEX, BitGet, and then whatever's up here that I can't read. Binance and whatever. But this is the liquidity zones for Bitcoin. I know it's kind of complicated. You guys have probably seen it before, but if you take a look, you'll see that on the daily chart, there's a lot of liquidity under Bitcoin. So I wouldn't be surprised to see us kind of fall a little bit today on the daily time frame. If you come look at this on the 1 month, 15-minute time frame, there's an egregious amount of liquidity up at 65,000 and not much liquidity until you get to that 58,000. So if we were to see a big wick, it would make sense for it to be around 58,000, like you asked, like you said, Dimani. However, there is a higher degree of certainty, in my opinion, that we see us go back up above 65,000 to clear that liquidity out. If you go over to the 5-minute time frame over the last week, which is this middle one here, you'll see that there is not as much of a concentration of liquidity right above 65,000, but rather quite a bit down here around 62,000 and 61,000. So it is possible that we do a little bit of a seesaw, like a little bit of a roller coaster, where we come down, grab some of this liquidity in the low 60s, and then hopefully by the end of the week pump back up to get above 65,000 again. On an even smaller time frame, over the last 12 hours, 1-minute candles, it looks like most of the liquidity is inching up a little bit higher. So not a bad trade setup. I don't know that there's super clear direction on either side when it comes to Bitcoin, and I think that can be even more evidenced by going to the 1-minute time frame on Bitcoin and noticing that, well, it's kind of just chopping back and forth, trying to find direction and unable to find that clear direction. Let's get rid of this and go to, I wonder if the Coinbase is going to have more of a liquidity, and then grab some RSI. Not the RSI. The VWAP. You got to find that VWAP. Oh, screw off. So according to the VWAP, Bitcoin is trending down. So we might get a little bit of a bounce here, back up to the middle VWAP around 63,900, and then continue the trend down. But today is looking like a bearish day for Bitcoin. So unless something bullish happens, it looks like we're just going to continue bleeding a little bit more today. When Noble hits $1, I'm going to sell it, buy a baby oil for your yacht party. Done. That's sus as fuck. This ain't no Diddy party. Ain't no Diddy party. Hey, quit calling C90 a KOL. Mixed trading mod live stream is bullish. Your time is your most valuable asset. Tomorrow's DeSci raid. If you're not in the Telegram community, join right now because we're going to coordinate for tomorrow's DeSci raid. Tomorrow's DeSci raid is going to be unique because we're going to be raiding the Bioprotocol X stream. We're going to be in the chat. I just want constant spamming underneath the comment section of the bio post when we are live tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully, this was worth investing it into. I will see you guys in